following podcast is recorded and produced by Emerge, a media creators co-op, in affiliation with the network at bicbp-radio.com.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Virtuosos. I am your host, Jules Houston. It's going to be our home, I guess, because realistically, TikTok's cooked. I ain't gonna lie, TikTok is cooked, you know, so
I don't think
if y'all see 13 shorts cut up into 13 parts of Invincible tomorrow, hey, then that's what y'all gonna get, because realistically, we're cooked. We ain't got no, we ain't got nothing going on TikTok anymore at this point, but happy you guys are here. Thank you guys for all the support. It's been a blessing this past week. A lot of news for us, so Damien, I'll let you get started right into the Oscars.
Okay, I got you. So obviously the 2024 Oscars were just passed this past Sunday. We usually talk about award shows a little bit here and there. We talked about some last month. I think we talked about the Emmys. We try to avoid the Grammys if we could. We don't really want to talk about music.
Yeah.
Jimmy Kimmel hosted the Oscars. I don't know why. Shout out Jimmy Kimmel, I guess. They never have anybody funny actually host these things. It's always guys that can't land their jokes right. Emma Stone called him like a douchebag. So if she's calling you a douchebag, man, you probably ain't doing something right, man. Not gonna lie to you. So the first big award of the night that a lot of people were shocked about was Boy and the Heron winning Best Animated Film. I personally didn't watch it. I know a lot of people expected Spider-Man to win for some reason. I don't know why. Just going off of what I saw, Boy and the Heron just seemed like it just had a bigger fan base.
What we see from the Emmys too, I was just like, I mean, if it's not going to Emmy, then it's probably not going to Oscar.
The Boy and the Heron already had swept a couple of the other ones for Best Animated Film. Spider-Man coming out and winning an Oscar of all things would have been pretty shocking.
No.
Yeah. I didn't like how Shamik Moore acted about the whole situation. He basically went on Twitter and said that they were robbed. You gotta accept your wins as much as you accept your losses. So you know, if you lose the Oscar, then so be it. But don't say you were robbed.
Yeah.
You know, this guy put out a good film, especially when the creator of the Spider-Verse films came out and said that if you're gonna lose, at least lose to the greatest of all time.
Yeah.
So like, at least he took the loss, right? You know what I'm saying? There was some other big ones. I didn't see Anatomy of the Fall. That won something. American Fiction won Best Adapted Screenplay. The next big thing was Billie Eilish and her brother Phineas performing What Was I Made For? That was the big song off of Barbie. I'm a big Billie Eilish fan. I've seen her in concert. I love the performance.
You a fan of her music?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Anyways, so I'm a fan of Billie Eilish, and I watched her performance. She got a standing ovation afterwards, and she got her second Oscar for Best Original Song from What Was I Made For from Barbie. And that's crazy at 22 years old to own two Oscars.
Yeah.
She very easily could hit EGOT status at the earliest age possible. She only needs now an Emmy and a Tony.
I think she already has an Emmy.
Really?
Yeah, she already has an Emmy. I'm pretty sure she literally just won an Emmy. I'm pretty sure.
I didn't know if she had anything. I mean, she might have won an Emmy for The Swarm.
Yeah, I think she has. All she needs is a Tony.
That's wild.
Literally, that's all she needs.
So 22 years old, and she's the youngest. I'm pretty sure the youngest we talked about was 39.
Yeah, somewhere around there.
So that's pretty outrageous to hear. Poor Things won a couple things for costume design, set design. I haven't seen Poor Things, so I'm not going to really talk about it. I know they had the Osage tribe on there to perform a song for Killers of the Flower Moon, which Killers of the Flower Moon went winless. I'm pretty sure at every single award show this year. It's tough, man.
I'm not mad at it.
It's a long movie, hard to really stay involved with that. Zone of Interest is a movie I still want to see. It won Best International Film. That's a film I brought up a couple weeks ago on here. It won Best International Feature Film and Best Sound Design, which makes me kind of want to see it a little bit more. The first major one we talked about, me and you, was Robert Downey Jr. winning his first ever Oscar. Third nomination, first Oscar win for a supporting actor in Oppenheimer. Super cool speech and all that. He did the Iron Man pose on stage.
Yeah.
Kind of, go back to your roots a little bit. My personal favorite win of the night, as we talked about it, I was freaking out. Godzilla -1 wins Best Visual Effects. It just felt like they were the most deserved ones. I think they gave the best speech of the night. They had the Godzilla figures and the Godzilla shoes on and stuff. It was just cool to see that, especially for a film that, I mean, it did very well and it was very successful, but to actually see that was really
And they were
cool.
actually really, really thrilled.
No, yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Even though I felt like like you like that's like real humbleness, like not knowing that you're gonna win. Like, all right,
Yeah.
it was good. It was good enough for a nomination. We're here.
Right, so
Is what it
they're just
is.
happy to be there, and then when you actually
Their
win
whole
it,
section just like
yeah,
lit
so
up.
like literally every single one that was involved with them like literally like exploded when they announced that Godzilla had won it, which was just super cool to see that. Oppenheimer swept the Oscars for pretty much every category it was involved in. Won Best Film Editing. There was some other stuff I didn't really
like
pay
Best
attention.
Picture.
It won best
obviously.
won Best Cinematography.
Yeah,
Um,
obviously Best Director with Chris.
yeah, Best Director, Best Actor. Ryan Gosling went out there and performed "I'm Just Ken," which was pretty funny. They had Slash out there playing the guitar.
That was actually a really good
It,
performance.
it was. I saw multiple TikToks where they were like, Ryan Gosling can actually sing, which I
Yeah.
didn't know. I didn't know.
I mean,
I think he was a singer before he became
So
an
I'm
actor.
saying like realistically those like these guys was like be in like showbiz for like 20 plus years.
Right.
Like they don't start just acting in these big ass movies. Like he probably was singing and went into acting because his emotion. He had like a lot of emotion in singing.
Absolutely.
Now, like one of the bigger actors now because of Barbie. Like Barbie really helped him get back into acting because I feel like he.
Yeah,
Really
he,
didn't
I
have a
don't
good
know
role
if it's
for a
really
while.
the last big movie he did before
He
that.
did the one with Chris Evans. I forgot what it's called.
Oh yeah, the Gray Man or
Yeah, the
whatever.
Gray Man, yeah.
I know like Fall Guy is like his next one, which I know it got some pretty good reviews. We talked about it already. Billie Eilish won Best Original Song for What Was I Made For. Oppenheimer wins Best Original Score. Ludwig Göransson, who has made plenty of great scores, memorable scores. Super cool to see him win that. That's his second and Oscar win and his third nomination. Didn't really like that he got on stage and basically dissed video games. He got on there and said that he thanked his parents for putting drums and bass in his hands and not video games. Kind of weird. Like you've made video game soundtracks. You've made, like you don't have to diss video games just because you're a successful composer
Yeah.
or music maker. You know what I'm saying? That you
Yeah,
could.
stuff like that is always like then you get like the whole video game community kind of like.
Oh yeah, well I would say it
Thank
automatically
you,
pisses them off because it's
now
like,
you're
well,
like-
why do you have to diss one medium just
Now
because
you
you're...
gotta make an apology. Oh, I'm sorry.
Right.
Like, I mean, and if you don't, it's like, well, then maybe you don't get a chance to do any more video games. Like, I doubt it, but it's just like they look at you a little bit different.
Yeah, it's just weird to, like I said, like to be as influential as you are in what you do, and then there's such a big community like that just for the sake of it because you're good at one thing. It's like, come on. Cillian Murphy obviously goes out there and wins Best Actor, like we talked about. Super cool to see that. I watched the video of like his reaction to like getting his name engraved on the Oscar. It was like super cool to see.
Yeah.
Nolan won Best Director. I don't think anybody's really surprised by that.
Yeah.
As we said, Oppenheimer was going to run away with pretty much every award. It's always funny seeing Christopher Nolan and Cillian Murphy get together when they win these awards because they look like a couple.
They're like so awkward. Like, awkward.
They literally look like
awkward,
they're in love with each other. It's pretty hilarious.
I mean, rightfully so.
I mean,
He
I'm
made
not
so
saying
much
I'm
money
not
off
saying
each
I'm
other,
blaming.
dude.
Well, I saw something where like just because of the Oscar wins, they get bonuses. Like they said, Nolan ended up making almost $100 million off Oppenheimer, like just of his own money, between award wins and just how it did in the box office and stuff. So Nolan's good, and he's already writing his next film. I saw an update on that, so keep an eye on that. The biggest shock of the night for me was probably Emma Stone winning Best Actress. Nothing against Emma Stone. I love Emma Stone. She's good in everything she does. I've never had a problem with her, but I thought for sure Lily Gladstone had this one in the bag. Yeah. I know we talked about Killers of the Flower Moon not really being like our favorite, but I thought Lily Gladstone was a big reason why the movie was good at the parts that it was.
Yeah, that's basically like it's like the best part about the movie didn't win anything.
Yeah. And that's really like, I know she swept the other award shows and all that, so it was cool to see her win those, but obviously the Oscar is the big one, So to see her not go out there and win it kind of sucks. Even Emma Stone looked like she was shocked. It didn't really look like she expected to win it. But still, congratulations to her. I can't hate it. And then obviously at the end of the night, Oppenheimer wins Best Picture.
Yeah.
Which once again, I don't think anybody expected anything else to stand a chance. Rest in piss, Bradley Cooper. I'm happy you didn't win anything, you weirdo.
Weirdest man alive, realistically.
And Desmond Ritter was just traded to the Cardinals. Okay.
He was?
Yeah.
That's nice. But to touch on a couple of things for me personally, I thought like Best International Feature Film, I thought that was gonna go to The Society of the Snow. I like the movie a lot.
I remember you saying that too.
Yeah, I thought I was for sure that they were gonna win. I was like, we know which one gonna win, and they didn't fucking win. But that's obviously on me. But another thing I want to talk about, I don't remember exactly who it was, and that's on me. But the person who he did the speech, he was saying like there's plenty of Martin Scorsese's and Christopher Nolan's out there. You just gotta go look for him. There's a black man, and he was talking about it. And I was like, damn, that's a really good speech to use your platform for.
Yeah, absolutely.
If you never won another Oscar, at least you did your best to say like there's other directors out there that can produce high level films if you just let them. Like,
Yeah.
no offense
You don't
to-
need the big names always.
right. Like, no offense to Scorsese, but like, I did not like Kills of the Flower Moon. I'm like, maybe
He's also
some-
he's made so many good films for so long.
Yeah,
at
it's
this
like
point,
let
you don't
somebody
need to
like
keep
I
making
said,
it.
let somebody else tell that story. They don't want to tell a story. They don't want to tell that story, but
Right.
it's other.
But it's okay to give
directors, I
chances
should
to
say.
other directors just because,
Yeah.
even if they don't have that name yet.
Yeah, that's what that was like one of my favorite moments of the night. I mean, Robert Downey Jr.
That was probably like that. Robert Downey Jr. was probably
that
my
was
second
nice.
favorite. Like
Yeah.
behind the Godzilla one, seeing Robert Downey Jr. do it, like they even like interviewed him after the thing, and he was like, "What would you?" They were like, "What would you be doing if you weren't acting?" He was like, "Probably hard time." Like
Yeah.
realistically, like him getting back into acting with Iron Man like literally saved his life. So he would probably either be dead or literally in jail right now had he not got that Iron Man role. So
Yeah, I think about that a lot. I was like, man, he came a long way. This is his first Oscar. I mean, like it should be. Like he hasn't had a good role really besides Iron Man, and superhero movies do not get nominated for
Right,
shit like that.
seriously.
Like, you just don't see that. So good for him. You know, good for everybody that won something.
always
I
good.
don't like to put the
Shout out to
Rob
the
word
Oscars,
out there or nothing. I don't want to put the Rob word out there or nothing. I mean, it's just not
Yeah,
fair.
I
It's
did
not
that-
fair to the people that actually won it. You know what I'm saying? A lot of these awards, I mean, like, I'm not shocked by much of any.
No, yeah, see,
really.
literally all the ones that won for the most part, I expected them to win.
Yeah.
This is the only one that like genuinely shocked me was the Emma Stone.
Yeah,
one. And-
she was shocked
and-
too, so it wasn't
and
like
they- exactly, it wasn't
like,
like
oh
a
my god,
genuine
we're
thing.
shitting Emma Stone. Like I was like, we love Emma Stone, but it really, I thought Lily Gladstone had it, but it might be one of those things where it's like, well, what can we really expect?
Exactly.
It is the Oscars.
Oh wow, Rondale Moore to Atlanta for Desmond Ritter.
That's nice for the Falcons. But as we pivot into the next thing, because Damon doesn't get a voice on the Oscars, he didn't watch it. He don't care about that.
Yeah,
And
you
I
don't care.
did watch it.
Oh, you
I
did it.
was in a Discord,
Oh, you
and
did
I
it,
heard
dude.
my man say, "Yo, why is John Cena covering himself?" So,
Actually, yeah, we should talk about how they almost showed us John Cena.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I did tune in
yeah.
after that. I'm like, what's going
Did-
on?
did you-
No. For realistically, those like
Did y'all see
we
what they were
probably
saying?
shouldn't be doing that. Realistically,
They were like, oh, why are they giving an embarrassment ritual to a 20 man that's been famous for 20 years? Like, what are y'all talking about?
but like, why is he doing that though? Like,
Nah, he just don't care about anything.
I mean, like he'll do
I-
anything, but realistically, that's like, I mean, if you do that favor for the Oscars do a favor for you, and I would not be surprised if John Cena's hosting the Oscars within the next
right.
3 to 5 years.
I figured it was like a promotional thing, and then it just turned out it wasn't.
I thought it was gonna be something.
I thought he was promoting something. Like I thought it was gonna turn into like a Peacemaker thing, or maybe like a movie he was doing. Like nah, it was just comedic.
He does have a movie coming out though,
Well, I think it was like Ricky Stenicki or whatever. Like
Yeah.
just came out or
like
is
the
about
fake
to.
friend shit.
Yeah,
Was Zac Efron like? Ain't Zac Efron in it?
I think so. Or it's it might be actually Zac Efron. Now you say that.
Yeah, I think it was something like that. But to pivot to the next segment, obviously, and it's gonna take about an hour to talk about all this. NFL free agency. Damon, yeah.
What's going on, bro?
How much cap space did y'all have entering free agency?
We had a lot, man. I'm not mad at my.
I'm not saying like
Nobody
Yeah,
said he's
it
mad
ain't-
about
it
it.
ain't-
to,
yeah, it
to,
ain't-
to
I
see
mean, it's
all
like-
these players just sign. You don't see nothing besides
Yeah, some pop for
small,
us.
something small. Do you feel as if the Patriots are just literally taking it as slow as humanly possible? Like, all right, maybe after the draft we could attack some of these guys because like a lot of O linemen have not been signed yet. A lot of top O linemen have not found a home. So looking at it from your perspective, you think you guys just taking it slow or?
I'm actually cool with the progress we made. I came on here last week and said if we didn't get Duggar and Onwenu back, I wouldn't be a fan. We got them both back, unless somebody throw the bag at Duggar. But I'm cool with the players we signed. I think with the Cardinals trading Rondale Moore is like damn near okay. We're getting Marvin Harrison Jr. That rate, you know what I mean?
They don't need him.
So,
Like,
you know what I mean? So it's cool, I guess.
Yo, how did
But,
you get to that?
No, I'm just saying though, like,
Like
I
you
mean,
could trade
nobody
away, if you
traded.
trade Rondell Moore, like clearly on your receivers, right?
Yeah.
He got best option damn
Yeah,
near.
you know what I mean? So it's cool though. But I'm cool with the signings we did. Calvin Ridley, I did want Calvin Ridley, but he's getting $24 million. You know what I mean? I'm good on that at that rate. You know what I mean? If you want a successful NFL career as a wide receiver, don't come to the Patriots in free agency. I told people that last week. But I'm cool with the signings we made. The free agents out there right now. It's whatever, I guess. I mean, I wouldn't be mad if we picked up like a wide receiver. Just somebody
Best
out
available
there.
is Marquise Brown. Like Odell,
DJ
Tyler
Chark,
Boyd.
you are a New England Patriot.
You know what I mean? Like just
Potentially.
draft one or trade that second round pick. You know what I mean? Somebody on the Bengals is unhappy. You know what I mean? He wants to trade. He want to come to New England. I mean,
T. Higgins
everybody
catch a
stopping
pass
him.
from Jacoby Brissett is crazy.
You know what I mean? It's cool though. He want to come here. It's cool. But yeah, this free agency, I think, and I want to really touch on the players leaving and going to division rivals. This shit has been a thing for years now, like forever. Why is motherfuckers being mad that players are going to division rivals?
They just want something to be mad about. Dude.
Like,
that's really all.
Tiki Barber shit was the weirdest shit I've ever seen.
Yo,
Realistically,
ever.
You need to look into yourself at that point. You must got CT now or some shit. Because what the fuck are you talking about? He dead to you. He don't give a fuck about you. He has a family to feed. He has a legacy to uphold. If he wants to go win a fucking Super Bowl with the Eagles and he goes does that, blame the fucking Giants for not fucking throwing him $40 million a year over 3 years instead of like the Eagles paid him $38 million for over 3 years. Like, up their fucking score. Like, why would you want to stay in New York anyways?
There's nothing to
look at the direction they're headed in. Like, our peak was literally like probably about rookie year, and then second to that was last year. But last year was a fucking fluke because they really didn't beat nobody. Mm-hmm. They were just fucking flying through random ass.
They got blown out by the Eagles.
Yeah, and I said it blew up by the Eagles twice a year, blew up by the Cowboys, and they got blown up by the Eagles again in the playoffs. It's like, this is a never-ending process. You get beat up by the Eagles for your entire career. Eventually you're going to come calling because you're the only bright spot about the New York Giants. I mean, no offense to,
Jalen Hyatt.
You know what I'm saying? Like, the guys that are there right now, like I said, they are talented players, but they also lost, like, Xavier McKinney, like,
he went to the Packers.
Tyrod Taylor, who led them to their last win of last season, and, like, is gone. I'm not saying you bring him back, but... So
I think they signed Drew Lock.
Yeah, they signed Drew
Lock.
Lock.
Quarterback room.
I was like, y'all got the craziest quarterback room. You got the craziest running back room, craziest wide receiver room. It's like, there's nothing good. And Darren Waller was just talking, like, it was on TikTok like a month ago talking about losing his wife and shit. It's like, why would you want to stay there? Like, look into your franchise that you played for instead of looking at the player. And that's what Josh Jacobs was saying. Like, when do we start holding these franchises accountable? Mm-hmm. How can we keep saying, like, we're not loyal? If you guys don't want to fucking pay me, I'll gladly go get $12 million a year from another team. Mm-hmm. Like, the Packers paying him $12 million over 4 years to tell me that the Raiders literally did not offer him anything close to that.
Yep.
You tagged them last year. You had the situation get worse. Quarterback got worse. Offensive line got worse. I guess wide receiver got better, but it's like that didn't help him at all because if your quarterback is bad, they're not gonna be throwing. They're not gonna be worried about throwing the ball.
Who was their quarterback?
Aiden O'Connell was the quarterback for most of the year. Jimmy G
only played the first like 5 games.
Yeah, and they cut him, so I don't know.
Aiden O'Connell. I think Brian Hoyer played 1 game, and then
Brian Hoyer was in for like a game and a half, I think even. Yeah. And after like the Chargers game, like week 7, it was.
Now their starter is literally going to be Gardner Minshew because I just don't. I don't even see them trading up now.
Yeah, they don't. But I like everything that the Raiders did.
No, so yeah, they made some
off
really
that. Like I said, everything else that they did is like, all right, it makes sense. You go Gardner Minshew because you probably don't think you're going to get a trade up opportunity. But let's talk about that fucking that weird shit that people are doing with this jumping to division rivals shit because literally Patrick Queen literally just did that. But it's like the Ravens ain't crying. Because we didn't fucking offer him any money. We can't offer him fucking $17 million, or was it 14.5 something like that. Around that range, we can't offer him that. Like, we just can't. Mm-hmm. We just paid Lamar Jackson. We paid Odell way too much. I'm saying, like, all these factors is like realistically we got to let somebody go. And like we said last week, we aren't fans of Patrick Queen, and they probably know something about Patrick Queen that we don't. So like stuff like that. I guess like did Cal really turn his back on the Jags? Like, well, he played a year there, like.
That's what I mean. And then went to the Titans. You know what I'm saying? Julio Jones made that one catch. No, fuck the Titans. Every time a wide receiver is available and I want them, the motherfuckers go get them. Like, you know what? It's cool though. End your career there. I mean, it's cool though.
They are career enders though.
I mean, go ahead, bro.
It sucks, but another thing I want to talk about is, I mean, really, it's like the top free agents like in the quarterback wide receiver rooms or running back room. Sorry, nobody really resigned.
Nope.
Nobody went back to their team in the running back room. I'm talking like Ty Johnson was the only one that re-signed with the Bills. Mm-hmm. J.K. Dobbins is probably not going to re-sign. A.J. Dillon's not going to re-sign. Deontay Foreman's probably not going to re-sign. Clyde Edwards-Helaire is definitely not re-signing. Then you got guys like Ryan Tannehill. He's not going to re-sign. Tyler Huntley is still available. He's not going to re-sign. Josh Dobbs, he's gone. Everybody else found a new team. Kirk Cousins, Russell Wilson, Gardner Minshew, Jacoby Brissett, James Winston, Tyrod Taylor, Sam Darnold, Drew Lock, all found new homes. Mm-hmm. Is that not insane? Like, when growing up, like, it's like we didn't have much shuffling around the NFL. It was always like, all right, well, Tom Brady plays here, Peyton Manning plays here. Like, the biggest thing for us was like Peyton Manning leaving.
Yeah,
that was a huge thing for us. Or like wide receivers, they always leave. But like, quarterbacks, they never ever left. Now we seen like 10 quarterbacks found a new home, and we got 3 quarterbacks probably going 1, 2, 3. They're gonna be 13 teams with a new quarterback, most likely. Like, that's pretty nuts to think about, but it is what it is. I mean, same thing with running backs. Barkley, like we already talked about Barkley, Josh Jacobs to the Packers, Derrick Henry to the Ravens, Pollard to the Titans, Eckler to the Commanders, Swift to the Bears, Singletary to the Giants, Edwards to the Chargers. Like, Zach Moss went to the Bengals. I was surprised, and I didn't even know he was a free agent. Antonio Gibson to the Patriots.
I think Joe Mixon got traded to the Texans.
And then Joe Mixon to, like, who the fuck have you signed anymore at this point? I'll be very shocked if, like, you go to the free agency market. Like, if you're testing, like, you're probably gonna find a new team.
And Derrick Henry said last season he thought about going to the Ravens. Like, I don't know, motherfuckers just moving teams and shit.
Yeah, it's more common now, and it's like, I'm cool with it, like, shuffling wise, but, like, I don't fucking know who the fuck is where. I don't even know who fucking was
I'm shocked we re-signed as many players as we did. I think we only lost like 2 free agents.
Yeah, you guys and the Colts, I think we signed the most players.
Yeah, because that shit is crazy.
Colts
how many
kept all their
players?
fucking guys.
They gave nobody fucking left. I don't think from the Colts. Nobody left.
I thought for sure Kenny Moore was gone. They signed Grover Stewart. They re-signed Michael Pittman.
They needed to keep Kenny Moore though. That's like the only bright spot in their secondary, realistically.
True.
Him and Brents. That was like the only like real bright spots. But for you guys, I guess we could talk about our favorite signings. I guess for other teams, I don't want to talk about more or less our teams because I feel like none of our teams really got a splash. You can think Jordan Brooks is a splash, bro, but I'm not gonna let you think.
Hold on, Antonio Gibson, he can catch.
I guess. I guess I can talk about Jameis Winston. Then, if I can talk about Jameis Winston, you can talk about Jordan Brooks. He can talk about. I mean, Jordan Brooks is better than both of them, but at least he's a starter. But best, I mean, Lucas is like best free agent sign out of all these guys.
Does Brian Burns count?
I think that's the best pickup.
I was gonna say because. All right, but no, go ahead.
For me personally, I mean, fantasy wise, culture wise, for fun's sake, for whatever, Kirk Cousins to Atlanta like speaks for itself. So I don't want to go there, but that shit is amazing, all around.
Yeah, I can't believe it.
But I think a lot of people are really, really, really overlooking certain deals because they don't players that don't pop. But man, dude, when I look at that, I don't get how Darnell Mooney 3 years, $39 million is like, oh my god, he got 3 years, $39 million. Like, dude, this man was supposed to be the next up guy.
I say he the best worst player in the league. Like,
there's nobody on the Falcons right now in any level that provides what Darnell Mooney provides. Just that sneaky, like up the middle and over the top kind of guy. He was one of the best deep threats in terms of separation, in terms of getting open. Obviously, like it wasn't his fault. It wasn't his fault that he was bad. Like, he is very quarterback dependent wide receiver. Absolutely. As most of these wide receiver 2, wide receiver 3s are. That is a huge pickup for them. I like Kirk Cousins there. Obviously, it speaks for itself. But the Darnell Mooney signing adds the fact of like, all right, maybe this wide receiver group is going to be way better because at first, like, all right, it's Drake London and Kyle Pitts. It's like, all right, well, that's just 2 guys compared to him having Jefferson, Hawkinson, Addison, and then I say KJ Osborne still is pretty good. Right. Like, you add Darnell Mooney, now it's like, all right, now we got a little bit more culture. Now we got a little bit more feel here because. Like, it's like you can't just have fucking 2 targets, and with Kirk Cousins, he gonna throw the ball 40 times.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know who else they have outside of those top 3 guys though.
I don't either, because they lost Matt Collins. Matt Collins was supposed to be like their run blocking kind of.
Yeah, it's literally London, Mooney, Rondale Moore.
Yeah, Rondale Moore just went there too. So it's like they're trying to build this like a really good wide receiver core around the Falcons, and I was like, I'm paying $13 million a year for Darnell Mooney when 2 years ago, like, my wide receiver 1 was like Olamide Zaccheaus because fucking Cal really got suspended. So think about shit like that. Yeah, I'll start overpaying people a lot too if I had to go through shit like that. But for you, Demond, what's your favorite free agency?
I think the Packers. I mean, I feel like because a few years ago the Patriots spent like a bag on a lot of players. I feel like just because you spend the most money don't mean that you won free agency. Yep. I think the Packers got a really good value from free agency. Josh Jacobs, who I still think is a top back in the league. Like, you go from Aaron Jones to Josh Jacobs.
Whoa. What do you mean by that?
Yeah,
I mean, Aaron Jones is solid.
Me personally,
Aaron Jones is good. What are you talking about?
Aaron Jones is solid.
Personally, I think it's a lateral move to me. Personally, I
Aaron
do
Jones
like
is
to get
solid,
him though.
That's
but
crazy.
Josh Jacobs bring a a different feel to it. You go get a third down back or not third down back, like a receiving back in the draft or something like that.
They already had an AJ Dillon, bro. They don't need another one.
So you get that. Xavier McKinney, solid move.
I love Xavier McKinney there too.
Yeah,
That's an upgrade, and I like Darnell Savage, but Xavier McKinney's an upgrade.
Yeah, Darnell Savage old as shit. I feel like he's been in the league since I've been alive.
He's not old. He's like 26.
He is.
Dude.
Darnell Savage.
Darnell Savage is
Am I-
like
Darnell
he's
Savage
like
came out
Am I
when like
confusing? Am I
when,
confusing with?
like 2017. I want to say.
He gotta be like
I'm
maybe
confusing him with
28.
somebody else. My fault.
He was
Yeah,
Sam Shields.
Yo, literally, he's 26.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh
Like,
shit, my fault.
He
I'm
old,
confusing with
like-
somebody else. My fault. But
Dude
I
think
like the
about
pickles
Charles
they
Woodson.
did. I think that the Texas getting Joe Mixon instead of paying Derrick Henry $20 million or the other running backs $30 million or something like that. I think that was a solid pickup for them. Joe Mixon got like 8 charges right now, but I guess he's cleared. So
He
He's been
always
having
he
charges
always
since
be
he
free.
get into the league.
I mean,
he
I don't know
still
what's
he ain't
going
missing
on.
a game, man. He good. At this point, he's great.
where did Christian Wilkins go?
Christian Wilkins went to the Raiders.
To the Raiders. Okay.
I didn't want to throw that out there for Damien's sake, but that's probably the best. That's really realistically like one of the
Yeah,
best.
that's
fits.
really that's a really good pickup for them. I just wish they had like that player like damn, I want to go watch the Raiders. Like they don't have that right now, but
Devontae
I feel like in
Got
another
Jacoby-
year
they
or
got
two,
Jacoby Myers, bro.
in another year or two, if the Raiders do it right, I feel like they can definitely contend. It's just tough the division they in. I think a lot of factors. I think that factors a lot in the free agency decisions too, like the division you win and the talent around you. Like the Dolphins picked up the best safety in the AFC East history, Jordan Poyer. Like you know what I mean. Now they could win the division next year type shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'll take him for $2 million now.
Yeah, like these deals are like kind of crazy to think about.
I mean shit like that. But yeah, man. I'll probably say I like the Packers free agency. I really don't know who had the worst free agency. I mean, I can't say anybody had the worst free
For
agency.
me, it's the Jags right now.
You think it's the
I
Jags?
think the Jags go down. That's mainly because everybody else around them going up.
That's true.
Titans
The
got
division's
better.
just getting harder.
Texas, they had a great free agency. And then you think about the Colts, they brought everybody back. Anthony Richardson's getting healthy. I mean, like, realistically, like, Jags 2 years ago, oh my God, there's this great team. They got all these good young talent. Now it's like,
Yeah, it's whatever.
who the fuck
Travis
they got?
Etienne.
They got the
That's
generational
it.
talent at quarterback. Been the number one pick since 2018. So I don't know.
That's all he got on his resume.
And everybody complaining that the Cowboys didn't pick nobody up, but you got 3 players that's like top 5 at their fucking position. Like how the fuck you gonna? You know what I mean?
Can't pay him.
I mean, if you don't want Michael Parsons, I'll take him. You know, obviously, but I mean, damn, how you gonna? You got Michael Parsons, CeeDee Lamb, you got Dak on the last year of his deal. You just lost Tony Pollard, so they running back is. I don't even know who the fuck they Deuce Vaughn.
Yeah, it is Deuce
Technically, it's
Deuce
Deuce
Vaughn. I mean, so you need a running back.
they
You
have
need a wide receiver too, because Michael Gallup and Brandon Cooks got cut, I
They
believe.
got Jalen Tolbert, bro.
It's over, yeah.
They cornerback. You know, I don't know how Trayvon Diggs gonna come off
the.
the.
Bland, bro.
Bro, I don't know, bro. Cowboys.
They
Just
got a
go.
lot of people to pay.
They got a lot of people to play,
Yeah,
man.
they're in a bad spot.
They're in a bad spot right
That's
now.
why they had to win last year.
They're in a bad spot.
They had to win it all last year. They couldn't even fucking advance. So realistically, they're in a horrible spot. They're gonna these and ain't no Super Bowl like discount now. If we ain't winning, well shit, pay me then.
Yeah,
If we start winning, we need more players. Then all right, they take like a $2-3 million discount. 3 people take that, it's $9 million. You got extra, but like you said, three players in top 5 of their position. I don't know.
The
I
Chiefs
feel like
got-
somebody got to move, right?
Yeah, the Chiefs freed up cap space too. Marquise Brown's clearly gonna go there. I could tell. Just type of person he is. Like I know him personally. He's gonna
I
go
tells
there.
you he's not. I don't know where Marquise Brown goes, but I don't know. I don't think he goes there.
I
can
feel
see
like,
them
it's
get
like
like.
nobody wants. I feel like nobody wants him. Chiefs be like, here, fuck it.
I can see them going to get like Tyler Boyd. I don't see her. Only I see Marquise Brown because I still got him taking Xavier Worthy. And it's like, would you rather pay Marquise Brown or have Isaiah Worthy for the next 4 years guaranteed with a 5th-year option potentially? Like, that's why I don't think they'll go there. But they'll probably go like a bigger, I guess like bulkier wide receiver, like Michael Thomas or some shit like that. You know, he's failing physicals and shit. Probably did that shit on
Who
purpose.
do bulky as hell?
I don't know. There's not many names left for wide receivers. It's like you freed up money for what? Because they haven't made a move yet.
Yeah, that's why I'm not mad that we really ain't like spend the bag on offense. I mean, you could draft offense and just sign defensive players because
Yeah.
this receiver class is not all that. Calvin Ridley, I think I seen something like Calvin Ridley got the most money in the last like 8 years for a wide receiver on a new team. Like that's crazy, bro.
That sounds about right though. I feel like a lot of receivers were like.
I think it was
leave.
him and Christian Kirk as top 2.
Yeah, Christian Kirk deal shot a lot of people, but like ended up being a really good return for them.
Until he bursted his balls last year.
Yeah, that was pretty nuts. Pun intended. But anyways, Dave, for you, best free agency signing.
All right, Jordan Brooks.
You gotta
No, my fault. Me personally, probably. Are we talking about just one singular player?
You can talk about a few. I mean, it's a lot of really good signings, realistically.
I love Daniil Hunter to the Texans. I know he's
I don't know how
29.
I feel about that yet. Just because I don't know. I like Grenard a lot.
Yeah, but I mean, he went
That
to they
sucks.
swapped.
Yeah.
Andrew Van Ginkel to the Vikings.
Okay. But he got money.
Like,
No, yeah, 2 years.
we got 2 years,
20
4
million?
years, 14 million.
It was. I thought it was it's up to 20 million.
It might be up to 20 million with like incentives and all that.
Yeah, if you play 5 positions next year, we'll give you fucking 20 million.
That's what he does.
Be edge, punter, kicker, receiver.
Honestly, one of a team that has made some pretty good moves that I like is Washington. I know they came in with like the second most cap space.
They did as much as they could
Yeah.
possible with
I
that.
really like everything Washington's done so far. I mean, obviously we got to wait and see what they do with their quarterback situation. I think then they said Marcus Mariota.
Yeah, it's not Marcus Mariota.
So they never mind, they good now.
Who do the Cardinals got at wide receiver? I'm just thinking. They got
Literally
Michael Wilson and Greg Dortch. So, yeah,
I didn't even know he was still on there.
he's still there.
I liked everything that Washington did so far, though. I mean, they stole 2 very underrated players from Dallas. Jeremy Chin, who was really good for the Panthers at one point, got a 1-year deal. I don't know about Austin Eckler. That's kind of nasty.
someone I was like, he has a name.
That's one of those like fuck it, tell you shit like
Yeah, Bobby Wagner going there also kind of like. I mean, like they'd be a fire team in 2020, but
yeah. If it was like the Kirk Cousins administration when he was in Washington, they'd be lit.
Christian Wilkins probably is my favorite one just because I'm such a fan of his. Their D line is insane now. I feel like if anybody's gonna get those guys to play the way they need to play, it's gonna be Antonio Pierce. I mean, Tyree Wilson can still develop. Malcolm Kuntz probably overperformed what they expected him to last year, so he's going to be good going forward. Max Crosby, Christian Wilkins. Couldn't name you anybody else in their defense, man, because it gets crazy after that D-line. But
Jack Jones, my guy. Oh, you talking about D-line?
No, I'm talking about just in general.
Yeah, Jack Jones, bro.
Yeah, Jack Jones is there. I forgot about that. No, Christian Wilkins probably was my favorite signing. I know you didn't want to bring it up for my sake, but Christian Wilkins, I knew Miami wasn't going to be able to give him what he asked for. $27.5 million a year.
Yeah,
I'm happy
I
for
lost
you.
a lot of guys.
Yeah,
Like,
I'm
that was
happy
the
for
biggest
you.
one.
Robert Hunt, same thing. 5 years, $100 million. Don't think I was ever gonna be able to give you that. I mean,
I
shout
know
out.
he was worth that.
I was gonna say that.
I mean, he was our best offensive lineman last year. I mean, besides Connor Williams, I guess when he was like healthy.
Connor Williams is gone, right?
Yeah, Connor Williams is a free agent now. But I mean, good for Bryce Young. I guess it's an upgrade over what he had.
Yeah.
And they got Deontay
But that's what I'm saying.
Johnson.
It's like when you that desperate, you see how your quarterback got rushed. It's like, brother, fuck it. They throw you extra $15 million.
And they got
Be
Damian
fucked
Lewis
good.
from Seattle, who was another big interior guard. So I mean, they're trying to build an offensive line from. I mean, I know they still got hope for that left tackle they drafted a couple years ago, but he was a turnstile last year, man. He was getting Bryce Young killed.
I forgot his name, but he's
It's like
it's like
Is it Ecom?
It's like Ika McConwu
Yeah.
or something like that.
Francis Ngannou, something like
yeah.
that.
yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah, I don't. But other than that, though, I mean, free agency's been cool. I don't really. The Dolphins ain't done nothing outside of Jordan Brooks that it's kind of just been. I don't care about free agency when it's not my team doing good shit. So.
I mean, it's been been quiet for all of us. So I guess we could pivot to like the NFL draft kind of thing. Like, who made a move that you didn't expect to? That's probably changing their entire draft. Because realistically,
Tennessee. 'Cause I thought Tennessee was gonna go wide receiver, and now they don't have to.
I feel like that's
They could go best offensive line, not lineman available now.
I think the Cardinals was in they was in a circumstance where like, okay, like the 3 quarterbacks are gonna be taken first 3. We're gonna get Marvin Harrison. I like that they signed Jonah Williams. So that kind of like confirms who they taking at 4. I just feel like if we really want to be weird, we take Marvin Harrison. Like, then what the fuck we gonna do? Like, you know what I'm saying?
I mean, I don't know. I mean, you kind of would be helping the Cardinals out though, because the Cardinals could just let somebody out for that 4th overall pick.
They could. We could help them out.
Yeah, like they could get somebody could get.
But then who would trade up though? Who traded for Jan Daniels?
I mean,
You got maybe the Raiders.
The Giants.
if the Raiders,
No, the
don't-
Giants
if
were-
I'm about to say the Giants might as well stay at 6
They
then.
could get McCarthy. Yeah.
Yeah, I would move if I was the Giants. Two quarterbacks.
Broncos.
If it was like Williams, May, Harrison, I'm not moving. The only way I'll move is if like somebody jump us for JJ McCarthy. Like somebody jump us.
I feel like the Broncos or the Raiders could jump up if they traded back. I could see one of them doing it because they don't got. I don't know who their quarterbacks. I mean, I actually don't know who the Broncos quarterback is. Jarrett Stidham.
Jarrett Stidham, my guy.
Yeah, it is right now.
It's nasty, man.
They were targets for either Sam Darnold or keeping.
I feel like they signed a vet. I just don't know who the vet was.
I did not see that Jonathan Grenard actually did go to Minnesota.
Ain't that crazy how they swapped?
Wow, 4 years, $76 million.
Man, why don't you keep him for that?
I feel like at that point, because you paid Daniil half that. You paid Daniil $50 million for 2 years.
Yeah, it's like
so. I mean, Grenard was really good for them too. Damn, they got Grenard and Van Ginkel. They're about to be crazy over there in Minnesota.
I seen Van Ginkel leave. I was so happy.
That was probably the second worst free agency loss, to be honest. For me,
he was so tough in the AFC East, bro. It's probably shitty now, but I don't know, man.
I've never seen a guy play so many different positions in my life.
yeah, he was on his Minka Fitzpatrick Fields Alabama days.
DN, outside linebacker, middle linebacker, defensive tackle.
No, he was on his what's his name? Oh my god, I can't think of his name. Jabril Peppers. He's on his Jabril Peppers shit.
Yeah.
He's returning kicks and shit.
You love you some Jabril Peppers.
He's returning kicks and shit. For me, those the Falcons. I mean, I hate to keep bringing up the Falcons, but
no, I mean
they had so many ways they could have went. Like, all right, if quarterback fought us, take quarterback. Now they don't take quarterback. Wide receiver like Malik Neighbors coming to us, like, all right, we don't really need Malik Neighbors. We want him maybe, but we don't need him.
Right.
They did good. I mean, their draft is now like take best defensive player available. Do you go Verse? You do go
Verse or
Turner?
You have to
kind of thing. I was
their
like, you can trade now.
So unnecessarily bad.
Yeah. Like trade now, maybe even. I mean, that's how I look at the.
I know a lot of people were
Falcons,
mad
like,
about the Kirk Cousins deal, but it's like at the end of the day, I mean, they were desperate. Were you really gonna let Desmond Ridder go out there again, or hope a guy falls to you?
That's what people don't realize. Like desperation, like makes people pay way more. It's like, why would Kirk Cousins return to Minnesota? It's like they're probably like $2 million, 2 years for $50 million, so we can for sure, or not 50 million, I say 70 million, so we can for sure resign Justin Jefferson. You know, maybe make some moves to like get some defensive players and leave it at that. Bring back the same exact team that you brought back week 1 last year, basically. Or go to the Falcons, get paid X amount of money more for more years. You get more financial stability for you and your family.
It says right now on here he's 35 and a half. So that means by the time the season starts, he'll be 36.
Yeah, he'll be 36 by the time.
So by the time his contract's up, he'll be 40.
Yep. I don't. It's like I would not take that. Come out for Achilles injury. Like what?
Yeah. No, for sure.
You basically betting on me to be the same player I was last year.
It was just super annoying because like you see people on social media and they're like, "Oh, they wouldn't pay Lamar Jackson $200 million." Like,
this is the same team that said they were not trying to go after Lamar Jackson.
Yeah,
they learned from their mistake. That's how I look at it. Like, they learned from their mistake. Would you rather have Lamar Jackson for 5 years, fucking $250 million? Absolutely, yes. But you made that mistake already. That mistake is gone. Get over it.
Right. What do you expect them to do at this point? Like they needed an upgrade at quarterback. Yeah. Raheem Morris clearly came in and said Desmond Ridder was butt cheeks.
Yeah, he literally said that.
He said I wouldn't be here if we had a better quarterback. So that's insane to say. Like if I'm Desmond Ridder at that point, I'm looking into different jobs.
Yeah,
I mean, like, if I'm employing people with my assness, if I'm employing people off that,
but he's a vessel though.
I'm on Indeed as we speak.
Like he wanted to be a vessel for other coaches. So I feel that. So if like he's gonna go to the Cardinals and they replace Jonathan Gannon, you know what I'm saying? Like, you a vessel for more niggas to get more jobs.
Rams, like you lost people jobs. Like, think about it.
I also liked a couple other signings. I liked the Rams getting Jonah Jackson from the Detroit Lions.
They brought back Dotson.
And they brought back Dotson, which, I mean, their interior O-line is really good, but they're just getting old.
Yeah.
I mean, Stafford's up there. Julius wants him to take Spencer Rattler.
That's where I got him going.
In the 4th round.
I'm going to stick to it.
I also liked Bryce Huff to Philly. I know our friend Rodney said something about how he didn't like that they paid a pass rusher when they got pass rushers already. Bryce Huff had a very good year for the Jets. And he's only 26.
Yeah.
You only gave him 3 years. So, I mean, I feel like he's going to be better than Josh Sweat was.
His Sweat's so fucking overrated.
Yeah, like he's going to be an upgrade over Sweat. You brought back Brandon Graham because he's just a good mentor guy. And, like, you don't know what's going on with Hassan Reddick yet. So, you know, you could still move off Hassan Reddick if you really feel like you have to. Your D-line needs to be bolstered up, like, at the end of the day. That's because you guys are known for your O-line and your D-line. Like, that should still try to be your strongest points.
I like the Huff sign only because, like, it might be just better scheme fit.
Yeah.
Like, you can't just look at the on the service value like, all right, well, we already got edges. It's like, well, okay? Like, what does that mean? Like, same thing with like the who is it? Like the Titans. It's like, well, we already got a wide receiver one. And it's like, bro, this you bringing in a guy from the Bengals that just had 2 wide receiver one esque players.
Yeah.
You don't go out there with fucking DeAndre Hopkins and
Kyle Phillips
and fucking Kyler Phillips or fucking what's his name, Westbrook Keeney.
Yeah.
Like we're not going out there with them. Like we're gonna have to have something that's like the chance of us getting Malik Neighbors are only going down.
Hold up. I do want to say this, though, about the Kevin Ridley shit, bro. That's all I'm going to say. The motherfucker got suspended a year for betting. It was the Jaguars and the Patriots. Titans had the worst odds to get him, I swear.
I saw this on Twitter.
And he goes to the Titans. I'm not going to say that he, put $2
It was like-
parlay on the Titans and then signed there, but
It was like
I don't know,
minus 300 for the Jags, plus 250 for the Patriots, and plus 1800 for the Titans.
I mean, put a little $2 bet on the Titans
I'll
and
get-
went there. Won $1 million.
I honestly don't hate that deal for the Titans. I know, and then everybody once again they were like, "Oh, well, you wouldn't pay 4 years, $100 million for AJ Brown." Hindsight's 2020.
Hindsight, so that's what I'm saying. Like these teams learn from shit like that.
Yeah, like AJ Brown obviously was really good when he was with the Titans, but I don't think anybody expected him to be as good as he was when he got to the Eagles. I mean, he was literally outrageous with the last couple
He
years.
was never that good for the Titans to begin with. To me, like I'm saying, like I didn't see much of AJ Brown. I was like, all right, if they don't pay him, like it's not a big deal. And then like the Philly got like a top 7, maybe 8 wide receiver.
Yeah.
Good for them, but like bad for the Titans because they ended up taking Treylon Burks with that pick, and now Treylon Burks at best is a wide receiver 3.
Yeah. And that's literally exactly what he's gonna be, which is the sad part. Is like Treylon Burks, you just keep moving down that depth chart, buddy. Like
That man is not gonna be anything. It's
Yeah.
over. He got those big ass hands for no fucking reason. I mean, like I don't think those ever was gonna help you be able to catch the football, anyways. But
yeah, I definitely didn't hate the Calvin Ridley trade. I tried to trade for him in a fantasy league. Dude sent me 13 picks for 1 pick.
Ah, fuck him, bro. Fuck him, really, bro. He gonna make us wait all that time and then go to the Titans. So I got something for him. It's cool.
that was mainly on the Jags though. It's like, are you bringing him back or not? And
No,
they
I
don't
think-
bring him
I
back,
think-
man.
No, because they got their replacement, bro.
The
yeah,
Dave
Davis, yeah, they
Davis.
want
There was something about like the timing he signed, like between the 2nd and 3rd round pick.
Yeah,
So he was just leveraging.
yeah.
From what I heard, he was just leveraging shit.
So basically, trying to help out the Jags because if he didn't, it was like the 2nd round, like if it was any earlier or whatever. But
Yeah.
I get it for his sake. I mean, go get that money. If I'm the Titans, I'm very happy with what we got because now we know for sure if Levis is the guy next year. If he's not, you probably got like a top 15 pick. Move some pieces around. Maybe you can I don't know. Maybe you get Shadura there. I don't think Shadura is QB1. Might be like QB2 right now. So
Yeah, I was gonna say if Levis is not like good, they might fuck around and get a top 5 pick. Like
that's
they'll
what I'm
be
saying.
prime
Like maybe
right
because
there.
like that AFC South is tough, man. And so it's like whoever's probably finishes last, probably a top 5 pick. That's how I look at it. Like, you're probably gonna be a top 5 pick. You're probably gonna like in that range if you're last in the
But
AFC South.
that's why I like what the Titans did, though. Is you went out, you got an offensive guy that likes to throw the ball. Like, if Levis can't handle that, then he can't handle it. Like, you got to go. I don't like when teams try to protect their bad quarterback. Like, oh, let's run the ball 30 times a game and let's protect him. Like,
That's what I'm saying. Like they got Tony Pollard not to run. Like he's not no workhorse to run 25 times a game.
Exactly.
He's gonna be that. He's gonna get like 15 carries or so, maybe even like 50 touches overall.
we still got Tyson
You
Spears,
make
too.
Tyler Spears like 7 or 8 of them. They want this man to throw the ball about 35 to 40 times
That's
a
what
game.
I'm saying. That's how I looked at
And
it.
pace
was like,
himself throughout the game. Like, you don't want him to go out there and start fucking slinging it first quarter like he was in his debut. You want him to start like, all right, nickel and diamond, get your flow, and then unleash like a fucking 50-yard bomb
Yeah.
to fucking Calvin Ridley off a double move because we just been nickel and diamond all day.
I swear, him and not Justin Fields, Justin Herbert. I swear they had like 400 pass attempts their first 2 weeks, bro. All I seen was Justin Herbert 70-yard touchdown, 50-yard touchdown. I'm like, damn, relax, like. That's
Exactly,
why
and then they're losing these games.
they losing.
I say that because you
Fucking
give it up. You
losing.
have a 1 minute drive. You give it another good offense, another 7-8 minute drive. Now if you don't go out there and have another 1 minute drive,
you're
it's
not
2 minute
gonna-
warning, and they're about to run the ball on you. So it's like if anybody knows how to pace in general, like one of the slowest paced teams in the last
Was the
3
Bengals.
years was the Bengals. The Bengals have like average of only like running a play every like 31 seconds, I think it was.
That's what I'm saying.
I don't think they'll be that slow, but they could be because Will Levis. They might not know if he's the guy or not.
And
The
they
Bengals
did-
had fucking Joe Burrow, and they were running slow
Right.
offense.
And
but
they
I
did
also said
bolster
a
their
lot of Joe
offensive
Burrow.
line. They did get Cushenberry from Denver.
Yeah, like
So, I mean, they at least
they're
replaced
making the right moves. It's like, all right, if we get Malik Neighbors, all right, great.
Right.
But I don't think they're gonna Malik Neighbors no more.
I
Obviously,
think they
best
just
offensive
go out.
lineman.
I think they go online again. I think
Or just best player in general,
general,
like maybe
right? Because what they had the 7th pick.
Believe,
7. Yeah.
Shit, I mean, depending on what the Chargers do, they could end up with Altney laps, realistically.
I
Or
don't-
they could go be crazy and get Brock Bowers.
Yeah.
chill on chick, man. We still believe in Chig.
There's still a lot of solid players in free agency though.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's some solid players.
And
like
you still got players.
there's no franchise changing. Like, all right, we're gonna win 3 extra games because we got fucking like this guy. But there's a lot of offensive linemen though.
Yeah, a lot of offensive linemen.
I didn't see you guys re-signed on Wanu.
Hell no, we signed him.
Yeah, I didn't know you guys re-signed him.
Yeah. I wouldn't be here right now if he signed.
It's gonna be so exciting when the
Got a
Dolphins,
good deal too.
The Dolphins
Was
go
I
re-sign
didn't overpay or
Connor
nothing? It was a really good deal for you.
Got Bourne back.
I did see that.
Ibsen. Signed some other guys. I think we should be in the trade market though. We gotta bring a wide receiver in, a veteran wide receiver, and I'm cool with drafting with the second round pick.
It's like who though? Like I don't even know.
I don't know. I know we got rid of Devontae Parker. Listen, y'all. I just want to say this from last week's clip, man. I ain't even
The
throw
fact
no
they tried to know
shots.
who Devontae Parker was, and we informed them who Devontae Parker was.
You know what I mean? Like, listen, man. It's no disrespect to him. You know what I mean? He's an NFL player. You know, he's been in the league. You know what I mean? He's been in the league for a long time, I guess. You know, so
There's some actually really good free agents still available.
him being wide receiver 3 in Philadelphia, you know, maybe he'll get open. You know, because the worst corner on the field is guarding him. Maybe he'll get open. You know, maybe have a positive separation yard stat. You know, so
Yeah,
shout
because
out
nobody
to
gonna
Parker.
fucking cover him.
Yeah, I mean, so shout out him.
I guess we can talk about real quick the Panthers. Now,
Xavier Leggett. My fault.
I don't know what direction they're heading in. They want to compete next year. They want to just like mellow out, maybe like just a competitive team that just
I think that's
puts
how
pressure
I
on
viewed
something.
it.
But like
You wanna see
traded
improvement.
for Deontay Johnson, and I mean still getting a return for Brian Burns is telling me that like you're doing everything in your power to at least acquire more capital.
Yeah.
Because you like Brian Burns, you're gonna waste his years away.
Which that shit pisses.
You
me
don't
off
really
so
get
bad.
anybody else in free agency. I don't see any other signings for them really besides like Josie Jewell, I think it was.
Yeah, that was like their last one, I think.
That's all they really did. Like
They need, but you still was dumb because you let go of the better linebacker to bring in Josie Jewell. They let Frankie Louvu go.
Yeah.
Who was like probably their best defensive player last year.
he went to
Derek-
Washington, right?
And,
Besides Derek Brown, yeah.
and I'm gonna be honest with Brian Burns. I'm not saying he's like bad or nothing, but like
Nah,
I look at who he playing against, bro. I don't know, man. I think he's slightly overrated. I
agree.
I think he's slightly overrated.
The
teams he played against-
I get why you say that too because like, all right, like when I look at edge rusher, I'm like edge rusher is always a good edge rusher like once a year that just comes in like sweeps the league out. I've not seen that from Brian Burns yet. Like realistically, I've just never seen it. I don't see that pop in there. I see him like, all right, he's good at rushing the passer, pretty good at stopping the run.
He's good.
He's an edge rusher.
Not no top end.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Like also they treat him like Josh Allen from like the Jags. Like I see him take over a game. I've never seen. I never seen Brian Burns do any of that. Now, excuse me if I'm wrong. Maybe I don't know watching Brian Burns, but
I've always been a Brian Burns guy.
I think he's good. I don't think he's that great
though.
though. I don't think he's that great
Yeah, I
to
don't
be getting the
think
money that he did. But they got a good return for him. I mean, the year before he had 12 and a half
I think
sacks.
that's a good
He went
move.
down in sacks. I mean, pretty sure he was even hurt for a little bit.
I don't think the Panthers got a good return at all, man. Not for what they could have got for him.
I mean, what they could have got during the season, absolutely. But like at this point, it
I
was
know,
like,
yeah. I
too
mean,
late.
with the franchise tag, they took what they could have, but it's just like that's just so unfortunate. But I mean, they had multiple picks
Yeah.
in their lap, and they gave it up for a second and a fifth. I mean,
if you only clip over 10 sacks in one season out of year 5, I mean, and you played in one of the weakest divisions in the entire NFL for
Right.
5 straight years, and you had a really good run stopper next to you, so realistically, you don't have to focus on stopping the run. You can focus on rushing the passer. All your numbers go down. I'm talking like from like forced fumble recovery, all that stuff like went down. Not saying like he's gonna be bad in New York. I think New York is a great fit for him. I think they run a really good defense still. They still got really good underrated players on defense. But I don't see him as that player that's like, we have to pay this man this much money coming in. I never seen it from
The Giants are just such a tough spot, man. Because it's like the draft picks that they
I'd be
made.
pissed if I went from potentially going to the Rams to going to the fucking Giants.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
the
That's
Giants
what
are
I'm
just
saying.
such a crazy spot because they're already in a division where like the Commanders, they had a better free agency than you, and then you got the Eagles and Cowboys.
Who just are
Your
better
draft
than you.
picks, Evan Neal. I don't know if he wants to play football or not. Let me know. I'll take your contract. Clearly,
he's a football player.
He is.
what's
He's a
the-
top 1,000 offensive tackle
you know what I
in the
mean?
league.
Top,
right now.
top 1,000. I mean, 32 teams, 32 times, whatever. I mean, you get that. But you just lost Xavier McKinney. You got the 6th pick. You got your quarterback, who's not a top 10 quarterback, getting paid like one. Not top 15 quarterback getting paid like one. People saying they lost Saquon. I thought it hurt their offense, but regardless, their offense don't have nothing. So you got Saquon. It's gonna be like having a Maserati with a truck, like a fucking trailer. So you know what I mean, I don't know.
Like that one dude, like that one picture, like,
Yeah,
it's like a fucking nice ass car, and a fucking bum ass house.
Dude,
Yeah,
dude had a
bum-ass-
Bugatti in his fucking.
Trevor Phillips with an adder outside his crib, like you know what I'm saying, type shit. But yeah, man, the Giants in a tough spot there, man. And then you go get Brian Burns, you pay him that money.
It's
I don't
like
know,
you
man.
paid him like you
In that
about to
division,
compete. You paid him like you about to compete.
in that division, I don't know, man. It might start getting crazy for him. I ain't gonna lie.
People about to start losing their jobs in New York. I tell you that much right now. If they don't do something.
He gonna look tough in practice, or like them training camp videos will come out. He gonna look tough, but in the regular season against the Eagles O line, I don't know, man.
I don't know. I think he might benefit from playing next to somebody like Kayvon Thibodeau. And
That's
Dexter
the
Lawrence.
good. That's what I'm saying. Like the scheme wise, like it makes sense for Brian Burns to go there, but contract wise, and the type of player that I've seen him be, I don't see him as this alpha edge rusher.
Not for what they. I see what you're saying.
Like,
for
what they paid him, and it's like you got Kayvon Thibodeau, who is not as good either. He had a very, very down year, and it's like really shows. All right, maybe he's not.
He had a
as
breakout
good.
year this year.
Did he?
Yeah, he had a great
I thought it was
year.
last year was a good year, and
I
then
could've
this year
sworn
where he
this
was
was a
like,
breakout year.
I thought he was this year. Like a lot of people were saying, like, oh, he disappeared and all that kind of stuff. But if I'm wrong about that, then it is nice that he has better.
Oh no, yeah, no. His rookie year, he only had 4. He had 11 and a half this year.
This year, okay.
So yeah,
Excuse
so
me
yeah,
then.
this was like his breakout year because he only had 4 his rookie year. That's when everybody was like, "Damn,
Yeah, okay, that makes sense now. But so like, there are better players in New York. Like defensive wise, like, they have a better scheme, they have a better, talent and whatnot. But the problem is like you paying them all this money to come in. Like you paying like you're a fucking contender.
Right.
You're paying like, all right, this is the best piece to our fucking entire team. No,
That's basically
your
right.
offense is shit.
their
You felt
secondary is
like
scary,
nobody
too.
in free agency. Like that's all your money went to Brian Burns. And like I look at the rest of these free agents out there, it's like, what do you do? Like you still don't have an alpha wide receiver still. And it's like, what do? You go get Malik Neighbors or you go get JJ McCarthy? Either way, you still fucked. Because if JJ McCarthy has nobody to throw to, if you get Malik Neighbors, who the fuck throws to Malik Neighbors? Drew Lock, I guess. And if I'm the Giants, I'd be pissed if my $5 million quarterback is starting over my fucking $160 million.
150 million or whatever he
It's
got.
just crazy.
Ridiculous. I would be very, very mad. But the Giants talk about they have been a dumpster fire since they lost Eli Manning. It just shows you how hard it is to replace a Hall of Fame-esque quarterback. And look at the Broncos. They have 0 playoff wins since they won the Super Bowl. I don't think they have a playoff appearance.
Look at the Dolphins. This is Dan Marino.
All right.
Damn. Hold on.
Don't go that far. You know what I mean?
Stop
Damn.
thinking. Like I wasn't even alive when they were out there, bro.
Exactly. Our last like actual successful like run was like the late 90s.
I don't let him cook. He cooking right now, I guess.
We ain't
I
even
wouldn't go that far, but damn.
Like Tua might be the first quarterback we get that gets like an actual extension. Like Ryan Tannehill did, I guess. But
I tell you, yeah, he did get an extension, but it was a really regretful,
Yeah, exactly.
small
It didn't work
tenure,
out.
and he ended up getting traded that year, I think.
I can't say nothing because Bill Belichick left when Brady left. We'd be in the same position, so probably worse. I mean, so I don't know.
I don't know how you get much worse besides getting number one.
damn.
You don't have a prideful coach that wants to beat the fucking Steelers or who else did y'all beat? The Broncos, right?
Yeah, we beat the Broncos, Steelers, Jets.
I mean, it helped your narratives for the year. It helped
I
you
think
beat
that's
Lane.
it. Yeah,
It helped you beat Nakai, but
that's what I'm saying. At what
it was for the
cost?
storyline, you know.
at
You know
what
what I mean? At what
cost?
cost? Like, what did Bailey Zapp turned into a top 10 quarterback that night against the Steelers? I mean, shout out. And then Chad Ryland, I think he missed like 8 field goals this year. Hits a
He had the
57-yard.
loudest miss ever,
Like,
bro.
hits
Like
a
the
57
loudest
yarder
miss
for the
I've
talking
ever
about
seen.
Chad Ryland?
Yes,
It's
bro.
like 8 field goals. He was ranked 33rd in the league
There's
as
32
kickers.
kickers.
I'm like, it's 32 kickers. So somebody's coming in and being better than him. I don't know who.
He hit the he literally hit the mic. How do you hit the microphone?
Like,
that's
damn,
accurate,
he
though.
is a 57-yarder for the game. I'm like, damn, bro.
Niggas in the stadium probably like, imagine you not paying attention. You're like, oh, he about to make this. You like talk to your man. There's a lot of like, oh
Boom.
shit.
I mean,
Like, you
duck
look
your
up
head.
like,
You duck your head.
what you shaking for? What you shaking for?
just
Like,
going
like
on,
tap
bro.
in, bro. You're good. And we had the game, bro. You're good, bro.
Shit
But,
like that. But I can't complain that we won those games because we lost that Chargers and Giants game. Like, motherfuckers put up 6 points on us in 2 weeks and we lost. I'm like, we're done. Like, we're cooked. Like,
It's still
Done,
ridiculous
bro.
to think about. I mean, like for your guys' sake,
They're
though.
saying Ayuk and Jags mutual interest in a trade.
no the fuck they
Ayuk
don't.
and who?
Ayuk and
The Jags.
New England.
Who?
Yeah.
Oh.
What are they cooking in Jacksonville though? Like really, like think about it though. Like how many receivers do they fucking employ?
Parker Washington.
Like I took Parker Washington in fucking dynasties and shit, thinking like, all right, he'll have a path. But they signed like fucking anybody they fucking can now. Like don't they stuff Zay Jones too?
Yeah, they got Gabe Davis, Zay Jones,
and they signed somebody else or re-signed somebody.
Parker Washington, Christian Kirk. I think they still got what's his name?
Jamal Agnew. That's what.
Yeah, I think he's still there too. He's like a special.
What the
teams
fuck
guy.
are the Niners will get out of it? Like what the fuck are they about to do?
Niners get a pick out of it, I guess.
I don't know no bullshit. If the Niners lose Brandon Ayuk, they're cooked.
Unless they want Trayvon Walker.
They are cooked if they lose.
Nah, Debo wide receiver.
Them niggas are fried as fuck if they lose Brandon Ayuk, bro. I think about the offense of Brandon Ayuk is like disgusting, bro. But also think about Trevor Lawrence and Brandon Ayuk is a very, very good thing for his career because Brandon Ayuk has very, very sure hands. He's a really good run blocker. He's top RC that you want on your team. Do I think that's not where I want him to go?
That's what they
Hell
signed.
no.
Devin Duvernay.
He's a punt returner.
He's a special teams guy.
He a punt returner.
So they got him and Agnew.
But it's like Agnew was a punt returner too. It's like what? How many punt returners do y'all need?
Yeah, that's true.
Like, how many?
Fast. Like they want Jacoby Joneses and shit like that. Devin Hester's.
Jacoby Jones got a Super Bowl ring though, so I mean like
And he caught a crazy pass against the Broncos.
I mean, I disrespect him like that. Did he score in that Super Bowl too? He caught a pass and
did
juked
that
and
crazy
ran to the other
juke.
side.
Then he also run back like a 110-yard kick.
Yeah. Fuck it, hey, Jacoby Jones is no healthy.
Let me not my fault. I compared you to Devin Duvernay. My fault.
Duvernay had that one punt return, remember?
Against that one team in the NFL.
I think that one team had the Dolphins.
Yeah, and they was playing outside. Yeah, they playing outside. Yeah.
That was his breakout moment. He has returned the kick ever since then. But
shout out Gunnar Ostesi too. I'll be at it.
If we shout out,
we're not shutting out. We're not shutting out random.
We shut out one of the worst, the worst drop offs in history. Then we can shout out him. I'm trying to look for some more underrated signings maybe we could talk about, but
yeah, that's what I've been looking for.
Like a lot of these guys, I didn't even realize are free agents. Like realistically,
I just feel like once you get past like the big names, the rest of them are.
They just slide in there like Marcus Davenport. Like
I think like the one that I liked that was underrated was Azeez Al-Shaair from Tennessee.
He went to Texas, right?
Which
he's dead to me. As a Titans fan, he's dead to me.
Cause I couldn't believe that the Niners let him go. I mean, the Niners are like a linebacker breeding camp, so like I get it, but
now we at the point where it's like, oh, he signed. Okay, you're not like glued to your phone.
Yeah, just like you see a signing now.
Like Devin White went to the Browns. Like okay.
He's still a free agent, which is funny.
Yeah.
He might still.
We actually interviewed Devin Bush, I think, right? Or was it Devin White?
Maybe. Yeah. I mean, was he at Seattle?
Devin Bush is in Seattle, so I think it was him. But I'm trying to look at
Jamal Adams is a free agent, bro. My fault.
If we bringing up anybody, yeah, I guess we could do that. Nazarius Sneed still hasn't found a home yet.
He will.
Don't seem like he's done in the next week or so.
That's what I'm saying. If I'm him, I'm like, man, like as much as I want to get paid, the Chiefs do need me. Like if I come back, ball out again. Like it is what it is. Like
but imagine being a player and you go out there and you're like, yeah, I'm just gonna go out there and have another great season.
You tear Achilles,
and then you hurt yourself.
Yeah,
like,
that's true. That's true.
You're coming off a great season. You don't gotta wait another year to get paid if you don't want to.
But like, what's the franchise tag? Like 15 mil, 13 mil.
I think it's high. I think it's high teens.
Well, his was 19.8.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I think it has to be at least close to that. I don't know if it's like a.
Yeah, I don't know. I still feel like a team would pay you 5 years, $100 million or more.
Yeah. You still could go compete. Somewhere else, but I mean, being on the Chiefs ain't the worst.
He got his ring. He got 2 rings. He good.
Cole Harmer got that though. You know what I mean? So
yeah, that's true.
Can Cole Harmer go cash out like Jason?
Cole Harmer he a Chief for life.
I would love him for my Madden team. You know? Him and Tyquan Thornton on the outside.
I mean, Kevin Byard to the Bears, that's a pretty underrated move.
That's good just because Eddie Jackson was starting to get really, really ass.
Hey, Eddie Jackson's he got traded or cut, right?
I think he got cut.
Yeah,
because he was starting to being really bad.
Justin Simmons randomly got cut. I woke up one day.
I wanted the Dolphins to get him. I don't think we could afford him though.
Yeah, he's still out there, right?
Yeah, he's still free.
Yeah. Galang said we had the best safety and cornerback in football. I don't think niggas cutting the best safety in football. No disrespect.
Cameron Curl's still a free agent,
which is shocking.
He's the youngest free agent for safeties.
They brought up Justin Simmons. They're like, he got the most picks since 2016. Like, okay, that was 8 years ago.
JC Jackson is like 2.
I say I'm pretty sure Xavier Howard top 3. Like what?
Come on, I think Marcus Peters like top 3.
Yeah, like,
he hasn't got a pick in 3 years.
JC Jackson called himself Mr. INT. Hasn't caught a pick since, but shout
Mr.
out
INT is crazy.
Maybe he'll come back. I mean,
Bosa and Mac restructured to stay in LA.
They had no choice. I'm gonna
I
lie.
had
to realize they got a chance now. Like,
oh shit, the Dolphins got Saban Ahmed. Let's go.
Let's see.
that's what we care about, then hey.
All right, cut the tape, man. Cut the tape.
Nah, 'cause
I thought we was talking about like J.K. Dobbins or something, Clarence Lair.
I saw something where like it was like, oh, the Dolphins could be interested in giving J.K. Dobbins a 1-year prove-it deal. Like, where is he gonna play?
Prove it where?
That's what I'm saying.
In the locker room, like yo, good shit. A-Chan.
I said the team. I said the
Like he
team
gonna be doing the loudest daps ever. Like
the perfect daps.
Right. My boy, like he
I said, I was like, in what world do we need him to do that? I was like, what behind Devon A-Chan?
it's like
Raheem
he got
Mostert?
like I say like crazy reps, or like he like was a workhorse before. Like
No, like he
training.
literally was
Bro,
just-
he has like 20 career games, I think, or like 22 career games.
It's just he gets the most crucial injuries ever.
I'm like,
nah,
bro,
he could have a crazy preseason though. Chill. He could have a crazy.
he always have a
preseason.
crazy preseason.
He could.
Realistically,
I mean,
I don't see him not being a
Quandre Diggs is a free agent too. I didn't know the Seahawks cut him. Damn,
they
who
caught
the
him.
hell?
They caught him, Diggs, and somebody else. I want to say
Damn, Adams, Diggs, and I don't. Who was it? Who's
They
in
cut
there?
a
Who
trio.
are their
Then
safeties?
Wagner. No, did they cut Wagner?
Wagner. Yeah,
I didn't know he got cut. I thought he was just on a
I
1-year deal.
think they cut Wagner. I could be wrong though, but it was like a trio of people that they.
I thought Patrick Queen was gonna go there because of the Matt McDonald or whatever.
Am I tweaking that Patrick Queen signed there and then changed his team? I
No.
could have swore I seen something
One
that
who
like
did
he
that
signed.
was
I
Eric
know
Kendricks.
Eric Kendricks did
Yeah.
that. I could have swore Patrick Queen was like on the Seahawks already.
Eric Kendricks
He
agreed to a
signed.
deal with like the Niners and then backed out
Yeah,
with
then
the
back
Dallas.
down with the
Yeah,
Dallas.
I seen that. Yeah. Anything else got to add to this though? I mean,
Nah, I mean, I guess we just kind of wait and see if anything big happens. No?
yeah, I don't. Let's see.
Something possibly happen next week or so. And
Yeah, I doubt it. I mean, unless it's like a trade or something. But I guess we could announce where
I gotta-
Samuel goes, I guess. Or
Yeah, go home, watch T.
Marquez
Higgins
Valdez
highlights.
Scantling.
Curtis Samuel probably ends up going to the Chiefs.
They can
So I
have
think
that.
we'll get one of those like little small slot
Slot
guys.
guys. Yeah.
I mean, Tyler Boyd's a little bit beefier, but
They can have
He
him.
beef.
Yeah, I'll take Tyler. I mean, shit. Give me
I
Tyler.
love Tyler Boyd.
T. Higgins.
before we got Jerry Judy, I was
You gotta drop that T. Higgins noise, man.
Bro,
You have to.
Talk
Like,
about it. Just let
Like
it go.
literally, you gotta stop.
Just
talking.
let it go. Just let it go.
But hold on. But Vaughn can talk to me every day about Justin Jefferson going to the Bengals, but I can't get T. Higgins.
But because there is buzz about that though.
Like,
Did you see what Tyreek Hill tweeted yesterday?
Wait, tweet.
Oh.
So he
Michael
said
Thomas.
Michael Thomas in Miami.
Yo, he said he'd be fired or something like,
Like
that.
what? Like doing what?
It'd be crazy. Yo.
Good shit, Cheetah. Good. My boy
Do
Waddle.
what you should do.
Yeah. Like nigga, you're in 11s, sweats, and a hoodie, bro. You're
Right.
not lacing up. You
Like
have
Michael
not laced up
Thomas
all
is
year.
our third wide receiver. Like, come on, bro.
That's better than
Nah,
Chase
dude.
Claypool, I think.
Chase
hope.
Claypool a free agent. He might never get.
Oh,
a
yeah,
signing
Braxton Barrett's a
again.
free agent too. So
And
I
so
mean,
is River Craycraft. We don't. I think we literally just got Cedric Wilson as our third.
Oh, third and two.
No,
he's
he's
a free
free
agent too. Yeah, he has signed him in 1 year.
No, we got Eric Izukanma. Yeah, we good, bro.
Bro.
We good.
I guess
Bro,
it's
them
like,
third-
if you say that's a real person, I believe you because I'm not fact checking that name. I'm not fact checking that name.
We were actually supposed to use him a lot last year. He got hurt like bad. He was like, the first like 2 games he got used a bunch and then got hurt. Never saw the field again the rest of the year.
Ain't y'all the same team that's gonna be using Jonnu Smith as a wide receiver, running back? And like,
Yeah.
I forgot they got them. Yo, I ain't gonna lie. Third and
Court-
short.
Court-
Mike Thomas on a slant. Oh my.
Dude, my boss is like John
Yeah, it's gonna
Smith.
take him 5 years worth of fucking slant.
Yeah,
Like,
bro.
Tua don't got that much protection in the world.
You
bro.
run that in Madden, 2 slants with like Michael Thomas in the slant, in the slot. Oh my goodness, bro! You got the speed on the outside, Michael Thomas on the inside.
Yeah, nigga,
gonna
like
end up
they
with
gonna pick that shit.
Fucking Fred Warner. They gonna put Fred Warner in man coverage against him the whole game. Fuck it. We don't need a corner for him.
We don't
Like
need a corner.
user
Greenlaw on one leg. Like fuck.
user lurk.
You know what I mean?
They use that one linebacker the Niners had out there for the when Greenlaw got hurt. That's what they used to do.
Orange burst.
Like,
Like 9 for 9 catches on 9 targets.
it's like 9
Yo,
catches.
yo.
There was like 9 catches on 10 targets. It was the one incompletion. He threw it in the dirt. Like, all right, man.
Dude had like 149 yards.
Like, he threw that shit short. I remember. I'm like, oh shit. Like that's his only incompletion,
It's
bro.
shredded. Like, week 18, Dolphins versus Bills for the division. Matt Milan's gonna go at Mike Thomas whole game. Fuck it.
He might
go
lock
lock
Mike
that nigga
Thomas
up.
though.
But wide receiver versus linebacker highlights. First ever. Like former
Why-
All-Pro
why-
versus former All-Pro.
Michael Thomas getting fucking jammed into the ground, bro.
Never,
Matt
man.
Milano.
Why did they have? Why is Miles Garrett on? Oh shit! He locking up Michael Thomas on the fucking out route. Like, what the fuck are we doing, bro? What are we doing, man? But that's all we got for today, guys. Thank you guys so much. We're also doing the Invincible season 2 resuming. It was episode 5, I want to say.
Yep.
I'm excited. Obviously,
This break made me less excited, but I will be here.
it sucked. It was so long, bro. It was way longer than I expected. I thought it was gonna be like the beginning of February.
Cause like I remember what happened, but like at the same time it's like damn.
It makes you want to go potentially even watch like episode 4.
Right.
And you can't
That's
even
a
get
far
hype.
good
You can't
game.
even get hype over the trailer because like they
You just can't trust the trailer.
Yeah, I was about to say the one trailer, the whole shit was in the first episode. I'm like,
That's the
what's
first
wrong?
12 minutes. I think that might have been everything.
Now, I'm not gonna lie, man. If Invincible does another 4-episode break, they could lose.
No, they said they already working on season 3. So
I
season
know,
3
but
drop by the end of the year.
they could still do a 4-episode break.
Bro, I was wearing a fucking COVID mask last time that shit was out. So it's
Yeah,
like,
like, come on, bro.
it better not be that fucking bad. Like, we're not going from president administration to another president. You know what I'm
It's
saying? Like,
only-
we're not gonna keep doing that.
I think it got 8 episodes, right? So
Yeah,
it's
so
4 and
4 more
4.
episodes.
So yeah, if I get season 3 by the end of the year or the start of
And a what?
You're not getting at the end of this year. You're insane.
What?
That shit might come
2026,
out-
buddy.
That
Baby,
shit
right
might
now.
come out summer 2025.
They already said that
2026,
they already
buddy.
said that they lost mad shit taking that break. So if they come out at the end of the year, I'm cool.
Yeah,
I got the
you
boys.
see, Batman got delayed a whole year.
Really?
The Batman too. October 2026.
Really?
Gonna kill myself. Anyways,
You're not that much of a Batman.
Say
I
knew
literally
that
have
say
a
he
whole-
wasn't gonna be here for Kyle Duggar.
That's true though. Kyle Duggar is way more important than Batman, bro. Way more important than Justice, bro. Way more important than Vengeance.
I guess, man. It depends how you look at it.
Duggar.
all right, yo, cut the tape, man. Thank you guys for joining us.
All right, thanks for joining us. We'll see you guys next week.